Good evening, everybody. And this is Brijesh Dalmia from Masterstroke. Thank you so much for joining in as I speak. Already 200 people have joined in, many more to come, but I will continue. And today's session, today is Saturday, 11th of February, 6 p.m. and our routine program. Today for 10-15 minutes, I will speak about 2023 and beyond, challenges and opportunities for mutual fund distributors. I thought about this today again, what I'm going to talk about. And I have some good news for you. First of all, I will talk about challenges and then the opportunities. When I say I have good news for you, जब मैं ऐसा कहता हूं कि आपके लिए मेरे पास अच्छी खबर है, तो challenges ज्यादा नहीं है, सिर्फ एक challenge है, opportunity बहुत है. किसी भी business में और life में without challenges कुछ भी नहीं होता. अगर लाइफ में challenges नहीं है, relationships में challenges नहीं है, तो फिर आदमी बोर हो जाएगा. If you are given 500 years to live, what will you do? Nothing to be done. Okay? You will get bored. इंसान अगर अमर हो जाए तो जीने का पर्पस ही खत्म हो जाएगा. तो मृत्यु जो है जीवन को सफल बनाती है. मरने का डर खत्म हो जाएगा, मृत्यु खत्म हो जाएगी, तो जीवन की कोई विशेषता बचेगी नहीं. There will be no usefulness of life if death is not there. In the same manner, in mutual fund distribution business, there will always be challenges. 2023 and beyond, what challenge I find there's only one challenge. There's only one challenge which I see in the next few years, and that challenge is TER cut. It might come and it will come as per the sources I keep reading. My sense is the regulators will cut mutual fund TER, total expense ratio, and because of that, trail will reduce. This is the only challenge you have, and you have to accept it. There's no choice. How much? I don't know. When? Maybe in a few months, maybe 1 or 2 quarters. That is what I think. I'm not the authority to give you the deadline. The regulators will do that. But I think it will happen in the next 2 to 4 months. How much? Again, I will give you a wild guess. My sense is 15-20% minimum. So your trail commission will come down by 15-20%. So if you're getting 70 bips, you might get 50 bips. If you're getting 80 bips, you might get 60 bips. Eventually, what I find the challenge is that whatever commissions you have got in 22-23, maybe you will not be able to surpass that in 23-24. Because whatever commissions you got last year, April, probably you will start all over again this year. This is my sense, broadly. So अगर आपको महीने के 50,000 रुपए की कमीशन लास्ट ईयर आती थी, तो इस बार भी, और अभी 75 आती है, तो हो सकता है इस बार फिर से 50,000 से चालू होगी. ऐसा मुझे दिखता है. 10-5,000 कम बेसी को. लास्ट टाइम रेगुलेटरी एक्शन से टीआर कट हुआ था 2018 में. 5 साल बीत गए और मेरी ऐसी उम्मीद है कि इसके बाद आपको हाईवे मिलेगा. 5 years till 2028, and then we will see what the regulators do. So the only challenge that is there for you is that your commissions will come down. So if your expenses have increased, you have to cut it down, except growth expenses. It will be very challenging for new MFDs who have started just now or last 1 or 2 years or 3 years, whose AUM is less than 30-40 crores. Or maybe even tougher for people with 2 crores and 3 crores and 5 crores, because they will again go down by 20%. Okay. I can't help. New distributors, I can't help, because that is what the regulators are thinking, and they will find a way to sustain the industry. I'm not very sure how new MFDs will survive. Maybe 2-3 years of hard work it will take for you to sustain yourself. That is the only challenge in this business. It will come down. So every few days, you should think about this, that the commission is going down. It is not that it will not go down, it will come down. That's the challenge. So that when it finally happens, you don't have so much of pain that day. So I'm telling you in advance, it will come down. Prepare for it. Next 2 months, next 4 months, that is it. Talks are in advanced stage. Many of you know, many of you don't know. But now let me talk about the opportunities of mutual fund business. What are the opportunities? The first opportunity that you will have is that you will get a highway of 5 years, because I feel, again, regulatory action on TR will again happen in 2028, not before that, because regulation doesn't change every single day. It takes time, 3 years and 5 years. So once it happens, next 5 years, you have a highway. You can go as fast as possible and grow as big as possible. So you don't have to worry about anything else. The second advantage, big advantage, which you are not realizing and will not realize until it happens, is that the gap between direct and regular will come down. Today, the gap is 1% in equity funds. It might come down to 0.5%, maybe 60 paisa, 70 paisa. And so the story of all these platforms going to clients and talking about 1% difference and 20 years investment, lakhs of rupees gap, all this will come down to half. This gap and your commissions eventually will settle around 50 paisa and 60 paisa overall debt equity combined together. 50 and 60 bips is what is likely, maybe 5% less. So when you are earning only 50 paisa commission, there's nothing much to bother the clients to take your service. And this is the biggest opportunity for mutual fund distributor. Okay, so of course, nobody likes commissions to come down from 75 and 100 bips to 50 bips, but because of the regulatory action, if it is going to happen and you can't do anything about it, कुछ कर नहीं सकते आप, तो मैं आपको उसकी अपॉर्चुनिटी बताता हूँ कि क्लाइंट को अभी ये लगेगा कि आपकी सर्विस ऑलमोस्ट फ्री है, डायरेक्ट से ज्यादा कंपटीशन नहीं मिलेगा आपको. Actually, you will become cheaper than investment advisors probably, or direct platforms, in terms of the extra effort, cost, and all those challenges that direct platforms have for investors, because they have to invest their own time. Okay, so अपॉर्चुनिटी मैंने आपको बोली कि टीआर कट होने से सबसे बड़ा अपॉर्चुनिटी आपको मिलेगा, डायरेक्ट और रेगुलर की जो गैप है वो कम हो जाएगी. बट सबसे बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी जो आपके पास मिलने वाली है वो है डेट फंड के वॉल्यूम्स स्काई हाई चले जाएंगे. डेट फंड की टीआर जबरदस्त घटने वाली है. उसके वजह से क्लाइंट्स के रिटर्न डेट फंड में मे बी 0.25%, 0.5%, 0.75% तक बढ़ जाएंगे. इवन 1% in certain schemes, the commission, the returns of the investors in debt funds will go up. That 1%, that 0.75% will give you so much of opportunity with indexation benefit to sell to clients. You will not even imagine how it will shape up in the next 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, and 3 years. So all of you should consider starting thinking about debt funds comparison with fixed deposit. Masterstroke have fantastic calculators where you can show the difference between bank fixed deposit versus mutual fund debt fund with indexation benefit. The returns can be as high as 2% per year after indexation, after the TR cut. That is the biggest advantage that you're going to have. And finally, new regulations are coming up for PMS and AIF. More transparency and more cost controls will happen. Apple to apple comparison will happen, because PMS were not giving a weighted average return as mutual funds were giving across all their clients, across all their investments. Now they have to disclose that. And once it comes, many of the PMS will not be able to show much return, and they are not able to beat index. So it's a big challenge for them. And mutual fund industry will again flourish. I'm telling you. Now, some of you will go out of business because you feel that it is not worthwhile to work at 50 paisa, 60 paisa, or 70 paisa, and so you will leave. Those who will stay back, I will talk to you after 5 years. Those who will stay back will see where this industry is going. So let me give you a synopsis, very short synopsis in the next 2 minutes. 2 मिनट में मैं आपको बताता हूँ कि challenges है, मार्केट वॉलेटिलिटी, उसकी बात नहीं करेंगे, वो तो पहले भी था, आज भी आगे भी रहेगा. सिर्फ एक चैलेंज मुझे दिखता है कि टीआर कट होगी, जिससे आपकी कमीशन 15, 20, 25, 30% तक नीचे जा सकती है, बिटवीन 15% to 30%. इट्स अ बिग कट. लेकिन जो अपॉर्चुनिटी आने वाली है, पहली अपॉर्चुनिटी आने वाली है कि डेट फंड्स की जबरदस्त सेल्स बढ़ जाएंगी, बिकॉज वहां पे रिटर्न्स क्लाइंट के जबरदस्त फर्क पड़ जाएंगे. इक्विटी में 0.5% मैटर नहीं करता, डेट में 0.5 to 1% इज अ बिग डिफरेंस व्हिच clients will find very attractive to invest. Number 2, डायरेक्ट वर्सेस रेगुलर के गैप घट जाएंगे, जिसके वजह से आपको ज्यादा चैलेंजेस नहीं आएंगे. Number 3, AIF और PMS के अगेंस्ट में भी काफी रेगुलेशंस आने वाले, जितना फ्री फ्लो से एक दोनों प्रोडक्ट्स चल रहे हैं उसमें और ज्यादा ट्रांसपेरेंसी आने वाली है. आई विल नॉट से अगेंस्ट, आई एम सेइंग मोर ट्रांसपेरेंसी, cost controls, and information available to the clients will be higher. So these three are big advantage for mutual fund distributors for the next 5 years to grow into this business. And finally, entry barriers will be created. नए म्यूचुअल फंड डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स उतने ज्यादा नहीं आएंगे इंडस्ट्री में. मैं चाहता हूं आए, लेकिन इतनी कम कमीशन में ऑलरेडी नए डिस्ट्रीब्यूटर्स उतने ज्यादा नहीं आ रहे. आ रहे भी है तो काम नहीं कर रहे. दे आर नॉट वर्किंग. सो you will not face any competition from your colleagues, because India there are crores of people who want to invest, and there are only 10,000, 15,000, 20,000 very active mutual fund distributors who are giving this service. So I will leave it on to you to decide. Challenges are more or opportunities more? And there are certain questions I will answer this before turning my recording off. Rajiv is asking, is it also applicable on previous AUM brokerage? I think it will be. AMCs will pass on probably some of the rate cuts, TR cut, maybe 60 to 70 to 80 to 90 to 100%. Some AMC will pass 70 to 90% of the TR cut to you. So your old asset will come down by 20, 30, 40, 50 bips also, unfortunately. Yes, Rajiv. Pradeep Jaiswal पूछ रहे हैं, how to handle direct investors? You don't even have to handle direct investors, because once the TR is cut, the gap is too small. And even after you're getting 0.5%, industry should settle around 0.5%. I told this 5 years ago at certain platforms, that eventually I see brokerage rates, trail rates on the total assets at around 5%. That day is going to come. So at 5%, 0.5%, direct investors are not a big challenge. Some of them will still go to direct. That is a part of life. Can't help it. Why are they reducing TR? Because the customer has to benefit. Scale of economies has to be passed on to the customers. And the regulators are saying that the size has gone up so high that you don't need to have so much of operating cost, and you have to cut it down. This is why. And regulators are regulators. Nikhil is saying flow is going on very, very high. Yes, you are very, very right. We have to increase business. Narayan is saying, yes, just go all out, meet clients. Okay. Okay, so there is a lot of opportunity. Volumes will go up. Think about the stock market. When I used to be in the stock market business for 30, 35 years ago, I remember 30 years ago, brokerages were 1%, 2% on the transaction amount. Now it is 0.1%, 0.05%. Commissions have come down in the stockbroking business by what? 90%, 95%, 98%, but the volumes have gone up by 1,000%. This is what is going to happen. So I'm not saying mutual fund will go up by 1,000%, but the loss of revenue will be compensated by fresh business. And how do you handle this? I tell you. For 1 to 2 years, you will face challenges in terms of your revenue. What you earn in 22, 23, let's say your income is 10 lakh rupees. I believe that in next year or next to next year, your income will be around 9 lakhs to 10 lakh rupees. This is my assumption is, which is not a big cut because you have already grown from April to April. Don't consider your current month brokerage. If you consider your current month brokerage, you are going to be in surprise because it will go down by 20, 30% probably. But if you consider last year April's commission, then you will not face a lot of challenges. So this is what I think. 1 or 2 years of challenge in terms of commissions, revenue, and again, you will be back on track because your volume will compensate. Try to sell. And how do you compensate the revenue? Sell debt funds. The fastest you can, for example, if your AUM is 40 crores, you should think about having 5-10 crores of additional debt fund sales. Whether it is target maturity fund, you get 20 paisa, no problem, sell it. Whether it is ultra short term or low duration fund and you get only 10, 20, 30 paisa, sell it. Increase the volumes. This is one way of countering the commissions that probably will be cut down. So I think overall, friends, I will close saying this, that there will be challenges in the next 1 year on the TR side, but the growth of industry will surprise you positively. Your AUM will go up and the debt funds will go up in terms of sales. Direct versus regular cost will shrink, and so there will be less challenge there. Entry barriers again will be created for mutual fund distributors. No new people will come, less will come, and so you will have more clients to service. And and transparency, more transparency into PMS and AIF will also boost mutual fund sales. So all the very best. Don't be worried about challenges. Always look at the brighter side, and God will be kind on you, and you will continue to do very well in your life. Thank you so much.